Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Chronicon, and Merry Christmas as well. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, depending on when you see this video, probably all of those things will have passed. I myself am recording this after Christmas, unfortunately. I say unfortunate because I remember like a month ago I spent way too long designing the thumbnail for this video and it was all Christmas themed, and then Christmas came along and like I didn't have time to record it on the day, right? Because I'm doing other stuff. So had I been smart, I would have recorded this in advance, because the thing I am to do today was actually available before Christmas, but I just didn't get around to it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, none of this will make any sense. But really, what I'm going to be doing in this episode is all about the Christmas seasonal event. We can tell that the Christmas seasonal event is still active because there are presents lying around. Now let's see if we can see any other, visual changes, cosmetic changes. Nothing up there. Nothing down here. I think there are more presents along the bottom over there. So, oh, and some in this corner. And maybe a few more that I've missed. But yes, that is our visual hint that something different is going on, similar to the pumpkins, the jack-o'-lanterns, when the Halloween seasonal event was going on. And to access this seasonal event, I think we've got to go back here. Yes. Ah, this is where all the fun decorations are. Look at all that. We've got Christmas trees outside. We've got more Christmas presents. We've got, I think maybe even the floor, it looks different. Although maybe I'm not remembering it. It's been a while since I've come to this screen. Usually I spend most of my time in Tinka's domain. But this time around, well, something is odd. Let me check the audio. I don't know if I'm not hearing the sound effects or if they've somehow been muted. And I don't want to change it on the off chance that maybe it's just tied to what I'm hearing. Like, I'm worried that if I start changing the audio settings, then like what OBS is recording will have crazy loud sound effects. So you know what? Worst case scenario is we'll play this episode without combat sound effects. We're not missing much, right? Because I don't even have that many special attacks. It's literally just the sound effect for this attack the entire time, so it would have probably gotten boring anyway. But you know what, let's not dwell on that. Let's talk to Tinka, because clearly something is going on. Let's see what he has to say. Tinka did some tinkering, created a new dimension with the... He was about to say something else, a word beginning with SL, but he corrected himself and said workers. Crafting nice gifts for me. But worker boss, corrupted by unseen energy. Smelly, go in and take care of it. And Tinka, give crystals, yes? Why not, Tinka? Why not? And... okay, I was looking for where the portal is. It's all the way to the right. And we are now going to go into the seasonal event, Tinka's Workshop. I don't know what to expect. I'm seeing this for the first time. Oh yeah, I do not hear any of the sound effects. This is kind of alarming. Let me actually check. Because I heard the music. Have I? I don't know why. Don't know what it is that has killed the sound effects in this game, but I don't think there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be time to troubleshoot this, sadly. So we're going to have to do this episode without sound, which is unfortunate. Huh, I wonder what. Oh, I did hear some sounds, but okay, I think the volume was just set really low, which is weird. I don't remember changing my volume settings. I haven't played in a while. So the sound was just set really low. And it's fixed now. I'll leave it at whatever it is right now because I'm worried that if I tinker too much, then I'll mess something up. But the sounds of combat are barely audible. Yeah, I don't recognize those audio settings at all. I don't know if I maybe was playing while, after a night of heavy drinking, and then you know how like sometimes you don't remember what you did the night before, and like maybe I changed the audio, but that seems like a like a weirdly specific thing for me to have done. I wouldn't put it past myself. It wouldn't be the strangest thing that I've done after a night of drinking, but for now, it hasn't been proven one way or another. It's just a possibility. But we are now in Tinka's workshop. Not to be confused with Tinka's domain. Tinka's domain being the endgame area where you get the expeditions and the anomalies and all that endgame progression. But Tinka's workshop is the seasonal event that I think is going to be active until the end of December. I don't remember exactly when it starts, but I do think it starts before Christmas, or like a few days or a week or a couple weeks before Christmas, and then lasts until I think the end of the month. So probably right before New Year's, it'll come to an end. So I really only have a couple days to do it. This is the 29th. So like realistically, I only have today to do it. So the event has been updated. I'm not sure what we got. Ooh, but we got a holiday gift. All right. Let's return home. Do we have like a quest? Oh, we've got to talk to Tinka. All right, let's talk to Tinka. And he gives crystals, and he says, "Don't tell Corum." Well, what happens if we talk to Corum? He doesn't have any. He doesn't have any dialogue options. All right. Let's sell this stuff. That's a crafting material which we'll hold on to. Holiday dust. That's an ordinary container. This is a rare container. Alright, let's see what we got. Press... Okay, A to use. Oh, what do we get? I don't know what we got. Is it doing anything? I mean, they're all gone, but I don't know if we... Oh, okay, stuff is falling on the ground. Hydra scales. So I guess if they spawn anything, it falls on the ground? Another thing has fallen on the ground. These are all normal items. So... We're not finding anything special, although I haven't opened any of the rare gifts yet. So... Let's get rid of this stuff that we picked up. Now let's open the rare gifts. Let's see what we get. I don't think anything came out of that. Or that. Or that. Huh, that's disappointing. One thing I'm gonna take a look at is... So we've fully completed the codex for all the visitable locations, the last one being Tinka's workshop. And the previous one was the pumpkin fields. So the 2 seasonal areas have been taken care of. However, we still need to find the seasonal items. So this stuff. Okay, I see. It's a bit of a problem because these are tied to specific classes. So we are only going to be able to find the warden item. Because we'd need to be a warlock to find this, and I think the game ties each item to specific classes, although the helm... Oops, excuse me. The helm seems like it's it's not tied to any class. So the helm... Oh, all of these items would complete the set. The helm is just one that any class can use. And then there are 4 items for each class. So because I only have the warden right now, we are only going to be able to get the warden item. If we get any item at all, which right now is looking doubtful. So let's go out and go back in. Will Tinka's workshop be open? Huh. Huh. Oh, it is open. The portal is down here. I guess it moved? Anyway, let's make another run through this area. And let's see what we find. Oh, where we are accumulating presents along the way. Oh, do we find them by like breaking the presents in the environment? Because that'd be really cool if that's how it worked. I think that might be it. I think that might be what's going on. All right, let's make another run through this area. And let's see what we find. This is tough to commentate on, just because I have no idea how this event works. but I think I'm slowly learning. We need to find these presents, and then those presents will give us a chance to find presumably the seasonal items, but it seems like they are also capable of giving just regular items that you could have found, that you could have come across anywhere. And the presents are dropping either from these enemies or from the environment. Now, it might seem odd, the idea that they could drop from, like, just destroying the scenery, but other parts of the game do work that way, especially when you're collecting materials to upgrade your beast. For example, one of the beasts requires a lot of ice. Clear ice, the material is called, and you get it by destroying ice in environments that have ice in them. So it could be that, or maybe they're dropping from the enemies. Hard to tell for sure. We are accumulating a few of them. So let's see how this pans out. I don't think they're dropping from destroying the presence in the environment. I'm trying very hard to get a sense of what's dropping from what. It is difficult to tell just because usually everything gets destroyed within, you know, a split second of everything else, so it's hard to tell what exactly is coming from what. But somehow, like one way or another, we are getting these presents by moving through this this level. Ooh, one thing I should take a look at is go back to the codex. Let's look at the enemies. I think this section of the codex is filled as well. The last enemy we had was, I believe, I'm not gonna spend too much time just you know, scrolling through these guys one by one, but I believe the last enemy we had to get was from the seasonal event. I think there was one empty or like one locked slot, or maybe I'm misremembering. Okay, so this guy was from the seasonal event, or was it here? Maybe. Anyway, like we're done finding enemies in our codex. If he was there, then I'll find. You know what? I'll open up the. You know what I'll do? I'll take a screenshot when I'm editing later, and if I notice that there was an enemy that we got while doing this dungeon. I think there is. Wasn't he like called Papa Crimbo or something like that? Well, let's see if we can quickly find him. You know. This would be easier without the controller. In fact, I'm gonna. I was thinking about switching to mouse and keyboard, but you know what? Let's not worry about codex entries. Let's worry more about. I mean, we are worrying about codex entries because we do want the codex entries for the loot, but let's not spend too much time just standing around doing nothing except looking for an entry that may or may not even be on the page that we're looking at. Alright, so far these seems like most of these aren't doing anything, and that occasionally something will drop on the ground. In this case, I think the Challenger's helm is what dropped. And exceptional legendary container. Surely this has to have something in it. And what did you have? I mean, you didn't even have a legendary item. So that's kind of disappointing. Let's go ahead and get rid of these two. Let's go to our stash if we can find it. It's right there. Go to the correct page and drop off this and drop off that. Now let's go back into this. And it's good that you don't have to like save and exit every time you want to access this again, so that's nice. What is a little bit more concerning is not knowing exactly what the mechanics are on how you actually get the seasonal items. Oh, we're already getting quite a few gifts, but it seems like the chances for them paying out are very, very low. So we're probably going to need a lot of them. And I don't know how long I'm going to keep at this. So I do want to complete my codex, but if it works the way I think it works, the only item we would get if it rolls an item for us is the Warden item. So we wouldn't be able to get all of them anyway. We'd have to wait until like next Christmas, when I ideally have all 4 characters ready to go and ready to play. And then we'd come back and get the rest of the items, but I'd want to know if I am doing something wrong. Am I supposed to be doing something else to get the seasonal items to generate? Or do they have a chance of dropping from the Christmas gifts? Or do they fall from the special enemy? One thing I'm gonna do is I'm not going to open up my browser, but let me see if I can find my phone to look it up on. I'll just quickly pause. I don't want to open up my browser just because I don't want to... Excuse me, just because I don't want to risk any instability in this game, like any frame rate issues. But let's just look one thing up. I want to see Chronicon seasonal items. Or seasonal events. Seasonal areas. Like whatever it is. Okay, so this is the thing I'm referring to. It's a Steam post, a community post called Seasonal Unique Foes and where to get them. And among the foes in this are the seasonal foes. So the Christmas seasonal enemy is called Papa Crimbo. And supposedly he drops the seasonal items, but they have an uncommon drop chance. Now, let's see if we can spot him before we kill him, and let's see if we can figure out if he's dropping anything. I'm actually going to disable the... Oh, there he is! Papa Crimbo. Alright, let's see what he drops. Oh, he dropped... he dropped something. He dropped the hat. Let's go. Let's go. So, the items drop only from him. And not necessarily from the presence, which is what I was previously thinking might be the case. But let's open the presents anyway. And yeah, another... I don't know what dropped that time. Doesn't look like it was anything interesting. Right, let's hold on to that seasonal item. And let's go back into... we got some frame rate issues for some reason. Let's go back into Tinka's workshop. Let's see if we can at least get the Warden item to complete this set. The 'Tis the Season set. Because that would be nice. And this time we're going to ignore everything and we're just going to run straight to the end. We're going to find Papa Crimbo. We're going to farm him repeatedly until he gives us what we want. And we're going to just have a good time doing this. This is a zone that is only legendary in difficulty, which means nobody here can even put a dent in us. We're just walking through, and people are dying despite me not even attacking, just because we're that far ahead. Now, there's Papa Crimbo. And this time he dropped nothing. Okay. Let's go back. Let's do that all over again. Let's do that all over again. I think I've gotten a sense of how this seasonal event works. And if you're doing it for the same reasons that I am, like to get the thing to drop, I think this is probably the way to do it. To not even engage with the enemies and to run straight to Papa Crimbo. Because according to the page that I looked at, it looks like he drops the items, and not like they don't drop from the level itself. They just have a chance of dropping from this specific enemy. At least that's what it seems like. Again, hard to tell if he dropped anything just because of all the chaos. Well, I see some Christmas presents, but nothing else. Let's keep going. Eventually he will give us what we want. Now, the Steam community page that I was consulting says that it's an uncommon drop chance. Now, how common is uncommon? They don't really say. I wish it had come with like a percentage. Like, is it like 5%? Is it 10%? Is it something crazy like 1% or like 1 in 1,000? Like, it probably isn't that low considering we've already gotten one of the items, the hat. But like, I still have some lingering trauma from having played Diablo 2 and, you know, trying to farm for items that are like 1 in 300,000 chance of dropping. So Each time I... Ooh, here we go. We found the warden item. That's great. So if we now look at our codex... and if we go to the right... We'll see we've got the hat. We've got the seasonal bow of sheer joy. So we've technically completed this set because the set can be well, if you click on only the hat, it says the set is the helm and the staff. But I think... it works... What? I think it works with both? I'm not sure, because if you look at this one where it says let it snow, that's in yellow, and well, I mean it's in gray now. It becomes yellow when we equip the hat. But if we look at the hat, the let it snow is grayed out. So maybe the hat will only appear to be a full set if you have the staff specifically, or are there multiple versions of the hat for the different items? It doesn't look like it because anyone can equip the hat. I don't know, it's unclear how that set works. Anyway, we're not going to be using that set because we have our better items. We have our, you know, high rangers set, which is what we're going to use. But it's good to know that we've at least kind of completed the set. Alright, let's go back and let's do this a few more times. We got the items to drop without too much of a hassle. The drop rates aren't that bad. Because we've done, what, like 5-6 runs and we've already gotten 2, so it would seem based on that there's maybe like, I don't know, maybe we've done more runs than that, but it would seem that we've been doing about 3 runs per getting the special drop. And what have you dropped this time? Let's actually go back to town. Let's sell some stuff because our inventory is getting a little bit disorganized. Let's not sell that. What was this? Crown of Storms. And yeah, let's go straight back in. We'll do a few more. We'll get one more special thing to drop. And if it's either the hat or the bow, then we'll know that we can't get anything else. And we're stuck with these items. I don't think there are other versions of the hat, just because it only has one codex entry associated with it, and we've already seen it, right? Let's take a look at the codex again. Let's go to the items, go to the right. Like, there's only one hat in this list. And that one hat, like, its description is such that it only mentions the staff, but maybe that just has to do with the strange situation of having one item that works with, like, or one set that can be completed by so many different items. Like, it's a 2-item set, but like 4 different items can complete the set. So maybe that's just like a glitch that has to do with that aspect of it. Where's Crimbo? There's Crimbo. Did you drop anything? Ooh, that looks interesting. Ooh, that's the other special item, the holiday sack. Which I guess we can use in place of our bottomless bag. But I don't think it has a codex entry associated with it. But it's nice to know that we found it. I mean, I'm certainly happy. But I do want to get one more special item to drop, just to see if maybe we can get, you know, like the Templar item, the Warlock, or the Berserker item. If we could get all of that done with this character, it would be so great. Actually, you know what? Let me check something. If I go to gameplay, can we change it from targeted loot to random loot? No, maybe if you look at loot filters. Oh no, we do not want to filter out other class items. So maybe that's maybe that's gonna help. Let's attack Crimbo a few times and let's see how that goes. I think we might be able to perhaps get the other class items to drop by having made that change. Don't think anything dropped there. Yeah, nothing special seems to have dropped. Let's go and sell our stuff again. No, nothing there. Nothing there. We're still carrying on the ancient sickle. I'll get rid of it. I'll get rid of it before I start my next playthrough. Or, you know what, like, who am I kidding? It's probably gonna be there forever. I'll never get around to it. There's stuff in my apartment that has just been around for more than a decade. It's followed me from apartment to apartment, and, like, just because I haven't found the time to throw it away. So who am I kidding? That stupid, useless sickle is going to be in my character's inventory for the rest of my life. Right, let's find Crimbo. Oh, Crimbo wasn't down here. Right. Oh no, Crimbo was down there. Like we just walked past him. And did Crimbo give us anything? Present. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Present. Present. Let's go back. Let's sell this gemstone tiara. Well, let's... Oh, we got another hat. That is something, I guess. Let's get rid of the gemstone tiara. And both of the hats are mentioning the staff, so it seems like there is only one version of that hat. Okay. Let's keep going. I want to get another class item. And let's see if maybe now that we've gotten rid of the restriction to only see class items, maybe now we will see some of the others. This is probably going to end up being a long video, just because I had no idea what to expect. I had no idea how long it would take, how much grinding it would take in the end to accomplish our goals. Is Crimbo here? Or he was there? And has he dropped anything? Well, we're just getting lots of hats, it would seem. So let's do our sorting again. Is he only going to be dropping hats now and nothing else? That would be disappointing. But we can't conclude that based on just a few, like the sample size is too small. It could still give us other things. We'd have to do some more extensive testing in order to be sure. But for now, we are just going to keep running through as quickly as we can, not bothering with these enemies. Like, the fewer things they drop, the easier it'll be for us. And Crimbo must be somewhere in here. No? Oh, I guess he's probably in this direction. He is down here, maybe? Yes, there he is. Have you dropped us anything? Ooh, that looks promising. That's another holiday sack. We could replace our bottomless bags with holiday sacks. I might do that, but not right now. Right now we are on a mission to get this guy to drop something that he hasn't already dropped. How many more attempts am I gonna make? Let's say 10 more. Starting with this one. And those 10 attempts aren't gonna take too long because we're basically just running through all the way to the end and taking out Crimbo and seeing what it is that he drops for us. So not a long process. Is that him? That is him. Right, what did he drop for us this time? Seemingly nothing. Okay, we've got 2 hats, we've got, sorry, 2 bags, 3 hats, 1 bow. I don't even want to open the presents. Let's just sell them. Oh, they don't sell for much. No, that's fine. Let's go back in. Am I really gonna do 10 more runs? I might as well. You know, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let this be a long episode. It's a bonus episode. It's a Christmas episode. It's the time of the year when you're supposed to indulge. And what could be more indulgent than a 1.5 hour long video of just grinding the same boss over and over again? Really is giving me strong Diablo 2 vibes. Nothing there. I'm just gonna drop stuff that is useless to me. So 8 more runs by my count. Mainly, I won't necessarily do 8 more runs, but I do want him to drop something. And if he keeps dropping like hats and sacks, then either those things have a stronger weight compared to the other items that could drop, or he's only going to drop like 1 class item for the class that you are, and then nothing else from that group of, and then you'd have to come and kill him with a different class. I hope that's not the case. Oh, there he is. I think he dropped something. Another hat. Okay. Another hat. Let's take out this dude one more time. if okay, let's fight him until we get 3 more items. And if all of those 3 items are either hats or bags, then we'll pull the plug on this grinding session, and we'll just be happy with what we got, and we'll try again next year. Or depending on how this event works, we'll try again by tricking the computer into thinking it's Christmas by changing the system clock. Alright, what have you dropped? Did you drop another hat? How many hats do we have? We've got 5 hats. Got 5 hats, 2 bags. I think he dropped another hat. So we're gonna get him to drop 2 more items, and if they are both hats or bags, we're going to stop. I'm quiet for a while because there's really not much to say. We're just going through the same process over and over. This is what grinding in action RPGs looks like. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but oh, I think he dropped another bow. Yeah, another seasonal bow. So that's a different one, but not one of the other ones. Like, not one of the other class items. So it's, I guess, encouraging that he's dropping something different, but I'm getting the sense that if we wanted to get the other class items, we'd actually have to fight him with other classes, and that it's not enough to just fight him with the same class over and over, even if you disable the filtering of items from other classes in your loot filter. At least that is the impression I am getting. And hard to know for sure, because, you know, it could just be that this is how the RNG worked for me, and that maybe if I'd done like 1 or 2 more runs, he would have dropped something different. Oh, he's dropped another bag. Alright. You know what, let's get him to drop one final thing before we end. Just to be extra safe. Just, you know, in the spirit of Christmas generosity, let's give him one last chance to do something for us. One final chance to redeem himself. I mean, he's done plenty for us already. The bags are nice. He's given us the hat and the bow, even though the way like these hats are implemented is a bit weird, because it seems like they only fully complete the set if you have the staff, whereas the bow does unlock its other set bonuses with the hat. And yeah, that I'm not sure how it works, but I think we are on, like, that's the only type of hat we're gonna get, so we're gonna have to be happy with that. And we got the bow, of course, which is nice. And Crimbo has not dropped anything useful this time. We got accessory, which is fun. We're not really worrying about accessories. Yeah, just one more seasonal item we'll get him to drop, and then we're gonna end off this video. I think that's gonna be the plan. It's gonna be a strange episode, but you know what? I think we all knew that coming in, so you know, we're not gonna worry about that too much. Let's run to the end. I guess the good news is to get him to drop an item of some kind, the drop chance isn't that low. I guess where it becomes more of a challenge is when he's somewhere here surely, right? I don't even know where he was that time. But lo and behold, he has dropped yet another sack. So I think that is kind of giving us a hint that we're only gonna be getting warden items or the general items if we are killing him with the warden. So we are probably gonna have to put an end to this session, and if we want the rest of them to finish out our codex, we'll have to come back and do this again with the other characters. Alright, on that note, I think we are going to end off this rather strange episode. I know, like, we came in, I had no idea what to expect or how this was gonna work. I played the Halloween seasonal event, but this one is very different. The Halloween seasonal event, it's basically guaranteed for you to get the items at the end. There's a rare accessory that you might not get, but there's no codex entry for that one, so it wasn't really a big priority for me. For this one, there are codex entries for all of the seasonal items, but we only got one of them. And the sense that I'm getting is that to get the others, you'd have to actually come here and do this event again as those other characters. If you know for sure whether you can get other class items to drop as a different class by, you know, fiddling with your loot filters or something, let me know. But the sense I'm getting is that you do need to actually be that class. But yes, that is gonna be all. What did we accomplish? We got the codex entry for the place itself. We got the codex entry for Papa Crimbo. He will be somewhere in this list. But yes, we got the entry for him, and we got the entry for a couple of the seasonal items. Yeah, I have no idea where Crimbo is in this list. I'm pretty sure he would be in this list somewhere, but yeah, I'm not finding him. What I'll do is I will look through the list off camera, and I'll make an annotation on the screen if I find something. But yes, if he's on the enemies list codex, we got that taken care of. We got his location taken care of, so we filled out this codex page, and we got these two items taken care of: the seasonal bow and the seasonal hat. And as a bonus, we got 3 holiday sacks, which I think are as good as our legendary bottomless bags. So let's go ahead and what? Let's go ahead and equip them just for fun. So we got that done, and I think that it's a decent amount of stuff to get done for one session. But yes, it is time for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a bit messy and disorganized, but that's what happens when you go in blind. I did look up some stuff, but I wanted to experience it for the first time properly. And I kind of got that experience. But yes, thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, do consider leaving a like, and if you're enjoying the Chronicon content, consider subscribing, although I will have to let you know that the Chronicon content isn't going to be as consistent as the other series that I do, because this game is kind of just what I play to relax when I have time in between all my other stuff. So there will be more Chronicon content, but I can't promise you when that will happen. Just at some point in the future I will be doing the other classes. At some point in the future we'll be coming back and playing more of this game. But yes, if you want to follow, like, you know, like if you want to follow along with that, then do consider subscribing, but of course that is up to you. In either case, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had some great holidays yourself, and maybe I'll see you around for some of the other videos on this channel. But in either case, I wish you well, and take care.